What's cracking, guys? Bruce Matson here, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and I want to continue talking about the Combine. I want to talk about George Pickens because I feel like he had a very underrated Combine experience. He posted up some good numbers, and since that Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Tyquan Thornton, they're blowing up like right after him. It was hard for the masses. It's hard for social media to really take in what George Pickens did, but I feel like he had a very good Combine. He was 6'3", 195 pounds, and was clocked in at a 4.47 official time, which was very good. His unofficial times were at 4.43 and 4.4, and I think this is a very good spot for Pickens. One, he's coming back from the ACL injury. He did not have to run. He did not have to do this. He had an out. He's come back from the ACL, he could get ready for his pro day, or just hit the draft. But no, this dude manned up, hit that track, ran in the 4.4s, and looked good doing it. Has a good size-adjusted speed score. His size-adjusted speed score is like 8th among all wide receivers. This dude's coming off an ACL injury. It's higher than some of the guys who are like in the 180s, 170s who are running faster. So that's a good thing to see. It's good to see a wide receiver of his stature being able to run at that clip. So that's good to see. And I like how he's kind of going unnoticed. Like, people aren't talking about George Pickens. They're not talking about what he did at the Combine, because you have these other wide receivers who blew it up. We have a lot of times that was hella fast, higher than expected, but George Pickens did well. And I like that because I do not see a major change or a major impact to his dynasty value in rookie drafts, and I feel like we can still get him at a discount, and I want that discount all day. I'm willing to trade back to get that discount, and I'm willing to buy those dips, buy whatever it is at that price for George Pickens, because I know I'm getting a premier talent who's got a lot of upside, who's posted good at the Combine, has had some good production metrics early on in his career, coming back from an ACL. I feel like I'm going to get a good ACL discount on him, and I'm willing to go in on that. And with him holding his value at the Combine, and really should be increased, should be talked about like crazy on social media, it's not happening. It's not happening, and I feel like this is going to come in on the back end where you get a lot of content creators. They'll look at the spreadsheets, they'll filter sorts, they'll take it in, and then they'll start talking about it. You're getting it now from me because I do the work. George Pickens here had a very good Combine. It's very underrated, good size-adjusted speed, and it's what you want, especially for a guy who came back from the ACL, because again, he did have to do this. He did not. Out of all these wide receivers, especially when you take out the ones who are currently hurt, Pickens didn't have to run. He had an out with the ACL. He came in, he manned up, he ran well, looked good, and had a good time, and he's one of the top in the class when it comes to size-adjusted speed. So that's a good thing to look at, and I feel like we're going to get him at a late first, early second round value, which is going to be a good get for a talent like this. This is something you don't normally get in rookie drafts this late, and that's something we need to capitalize on. Whether it works or not, fundamental-wise, when you get a talent like Pickens, you got to roll with it and see what happens, because the talent's there, the upside's there, and he's demonstrated over the course of his career at Georgia that he can be a big-time playmaker throughout his career at Georgia, especially those first couple years. So he was one of the top Devy prospects. Some people had him as like the top wide receiver. So Pickens has the talent, and a lot of people has noticed that over the years. Now he's getting a rookie draft fade. A lot of times when you get a top-end Devy prospect and they get the fade in the rookie drafts, not all the time, because we have had some running backs that fall from grace, but a lot of times you'll see those guys fall but then be productive once they hit the NFL. I'm talking about like A.J. Brown. When A.J. Brown was coming out, Devy-wise, he was a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 throughout his career. Rookie draft time, he falls, mainly landing spot and dilution of a talented class. But once he got his opportunity, he balled out, and now is one of the top wide receivers in the league. This is something we may get from George Pickens. We're getting him at a discount. He's so cheap right now. I'm talking late first, early second. When you're pulling flyers on those picks. You got, what, a 10, 15% hit rate on those prospects? A guy with this type of upside, a guy who's been regarded as this top-tier talent is something you want to go for every time. I'm a big advocate of Pickens, especially for the value and the talent ratio matches perfectly right now. I feel like he's not going to get a value bump unless he goes to like the Chiefs or something, and the masses just realize that and they just want to buy into that situation. But I feel like Pickens is probably one of the biggest steals of rookie drafts this year. But that's all I got for you right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm hitting you hot and heavy with the Combine content. I got more than anybody on YouTube right now in this Dynasty space when it comes to this Combine. It just happened. It's a big deal. We need to cover it. I got more coming. I'm going to hit you hot and heavy. That's why you got to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep doing this content. It fuels me to keep putting out these videos. It fuels me to keep doing tape, the metrics, everything else. But again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.